Hi Capricorn, this is Amy from Wisdom and Fate Tarot, and I am here today to do a general reading for mid-March 2017 to mid-April 2017. I hope that all of you are well. So, I don't like to waste time. I always shuffle my cards ahead of time and lay them out so we can get right into it. Because I myself, when I see a video on YouTube and it's like over 30 minutes long, I'm like, oh, I don't have time for that. And I'll click on a video that's like 10 minutes long because that I might have time for. But 30 minutes is just too much of a time commitment for me. So I try to keep these short and to the point for you, and also so more people click on them and view them. The first card that I got for the present, in the present position, is the Nine of Cups. And this is the wish card. This is an awesome card. So anything that you wish for right now, you can get. But it also comes as a warning. Be careful what you wish for. And that is because sometimes we wish for things and then after we get them, they're not as great as we thought they would be. And we are in a worse situation. For example, maybe you hated your boss and you hoped that you would get a new boss and the old boss left. Now you have a new boss, but the new boss really, really sucks. They are so much worse than your first boss, and now you have to deal with them. You know, something like that. You wished for it, it came, you wish you hadn't wished for it. So just be careful what you wish for. Make sure it's going to serve you well. You know, a lot of times people will wish for a certain person to come into their life, and then they come into their life, and they're like, this is not how I thought it was going to go. This is not the person I thought they were. Like, we just aren't getting along. This isn't working. And then you got to figure out how you're going to get out of it. So just be careful. You know, wish for other things. Wish for maybe like success or, I don't know, other things. Just be careful what you wish for is all I'm saying. The card that I have for you in the past is the Lover's card. So I am thinking that your reading is more relationship focused, and most of the readings that I did this time were more financially focused. But for you, I think more relationship. You got the Lover's card. So the Lover's card is saying that your current situation in love has been affected by the past. Maybe by how your parents were when you were growing up in their relationship. They were your example. Maybe, you know, they fought a lot and flew off the handle with each other, and you feel, this is just an example, this isn't for everyone, but you feel that that's how relationships are. And so you always fight with the people that you're involved with. And the people you're involved with, not all of them are going to understand that, because that's not at all what they think relationships are about. So it is also kind of a warning card that, you know, whatever you thought relationships were about, you might want to re-examine that. Because like your parents or people that you grew up around that had relationships, and, you know, maybe they got divorced, you know, and you just think anytime things get bad, you can just walk away from the other person. It's not a big deal. You can start a new relationship, right? You don't stick it out to find out if it could get better. You don't work on it. You know, things like that. Those things are negative. And you need to really re-examine what relationships should be about. Don't use other people's relationships, you know, as examples for your own relationships. Because our parents did the best they could, but that doesn't mean they were always right. They're people. They make mistakes. just like you, just like everyone else. So just keep that in mind. Ask yourself, what is a healthy relationship? And then maybe take that approach. The card that I have for you in the future position is the Four of Cups, and it is reversed. And this is about either missing an opportunity or just being bored. And it is cups, so it's emotions. It's probably regarding your love life. Maybe you just are bored. Maybe you have put yourself in this isolation phase because you just don't want to deal with anyone else, or you don't want to deal with that part of your life right now, because you just feel like there's no sense in it because things never work out anyhow, something like that. So you have put yourself in this position, but you need to turn it, the other way, and you need to see the opportunities around you. You need to open your eyes. Maybe take a time out and think about things. Think about what a healthy relationship is, and then after that, turn it back up and see what's around you. Take a look. There might be someone right there in front of you that's perfect for you, but you're not noticing them because you're just fed up. You don't want to deal with it. Yet another warning card, right? And then the card that I have for you as the reason behind this reading is the Eight of Wands. So perhaps something happened in your past relationship. Usually these are fast moving. So maybe things just moved too fast for you. It got out of control. It was like a whirlwind of events, and you just felt like you were wrapped up in the middle of it, going. And you just just got out of that whirlwind. Maybe something like that. Maybe it was too fast of movement, and it was uncomfortable for you. And so you got out of that relationship, something like that. Or maybe you are in a relationship right now, and things are just moving way too quick, and you just want to put the brakes on. Like, stop. This is too fast for me. I don't know what I want. I haven't thought about it. I haven't had a chance. Maybe something like that. The card that I have for you as an outcome is the Six of Swords. And because this is an outcome, I believe that this means that you are moving into uncharted territory. A lot of times this card reads as moving into a calmer period. Maybe it is going to be calmer, but I think it is because you've gained a different perspective, or you're going to gain a different perspective about relationships, or you're going to take a different approach because things just haven't been working out the way that you thought things should have been working out for you. And, you are fed up and you are tired, so you're just going to you're going to take a whole different approach. This is about going, through uncharted territories, doing something differently, moving forward, but in a different manner. And I think that's completely healthy, because if things are not working, if they have not worked to this point, who's to say that the way that you've been doing things is ever going to work? So we do have to do that. Sometimes we have to sit back and really analyze why things have happened, why we handle things a certain way, why we continue to make the same mistakes, and take a different approach. Do things differently. Because if it hasn't worked yet, it's probably not going to work in the future either. So doing things differently just makes more sense. And then you might have more success in that department, and things might go well for you. But I keep getting a message that many of you have gone through a breakup, and now you're just really thinking, like, why? Why did this happen? And the light bulb will come on for you. The light bulb will come on. And maybe maybe this isn't about like your parents' relationships or people that you grew up around who had relationships. Maybe this is about all of your failed relationships. Maybe it's you. Unfortunately, sometimes you have to hear the truth. But maybe you are part of the problem. Maybe. I'm not saying all of you, but maybe some of you, are part of the problem. And you need to really think about what you're doing and how you're affecting the relationship and what you could do differently. So I think that is the messages that I'm getting from many of you, is just take a different approach, do things differently. Just really think about why things haven't worked out in the past. And if any of you are in a new relationship, maybe you've seen the opportunity and you already turned this upright and you're in a relationship. Maybe you wished for this person and now you're like, how am I going to keep them? How am I going to keep them from walking away from me like everybody else? How am I going to hold this together? So take that time and really figure it out. Figure out what you can do differently this time around, because this might be the perfect relationship for you. So I hope everything will be good for you, Capricorn. If you have any questions, I will leave my email in the description box below. I'd be happy to answer those. I hope this resonated with most of you. If it did not, feel free to view your moon sign or your rising sign videos. Some months they make more sense. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again soon.